Same way, at our home, we want to dry our wet clothes. Every day we wash our clothes, right? And we just put it on a rope. And on a rope, we put in a line, correct? Like this image. So in a line, we put the clothes to make it dry. And then we fold it and keep it in cupboard, correct? So this is the clothes line. Regarding this clothes line, we are going to learn a poem. Now what is the poet name? Poetess, she is a female, so we call it poetess. So poetess name is Charlotte Brute Cole. Charlotte Brute Cole. So you should remember the poetess name. So this poet is written by the poetess and the poetess name is Charlotte Brute Cole. Understood? Clothes line. So now in this clothes line, what we are going to get the information. Now you, after reading this poem, you will come to know that in this poem, the poetess has compared the clothes with some real object. Real object means living things, so those are the living things. So like these birds, she has compared the clothes with this bird, then with this horse and the some wild witch creature. We know the witch creatures. This witch photo you might have seen, or any character you have seen in cartoons, right? So the poetess has compared the clothes with the birds, horse, and some witches. So let's see the first paragraph. Now, student, before I will explain this poem, I am going to read it once time. Okay, one time I am going to read it. So just a minute, I'll go. Now you have to keep the pencil in your hand. As I will read the one line, you also have to read after me. And as you will complete the reading of one line, you have to put the tick, a small tick, like this. Yes, like this. That I have read this line. So then second line, then third line, then fourth line. Now there are total 4 stanzas, and in each stanzas you will get 4 lines. Okay, ready? Keep pencil in your hand. You have to put a small tick. So you will remember that how to do the reading. Let's begin. The clothes line. Hand in hand they dance in a row, hither and thither, and to and fro. Now you also read. Hand in hand, hand in hand, they dance in a row, hither and thither, and to and fro. Flip, flap, flop, flip, flap, flop, and away they go, fluttering creatures as wide as snow. Flip, flap, flop, and away they go, fluttering creatures as wide as snow. Like this, you have to put the tick, underline it. The textbook is yours. Nobody is going to shout you that why you have done the underline. In fact, we would be happy that you have underlined, you have started doing the reading. Do this one. Hand in hand, they dance in a row, hither and thither, and to and fro. Flip, flap, flop, and away they go, fluttering creatures as wide as snow. Let's go to the second stanza. Like restive horses, they caper and prance. Like restive horses, they caper and prance. Like fairy tale beaches, they like fairy tale beaches, they wildly dance, rounded in front but hollow behind, rounded in front but hollow behind. They shiver and skip, they shiver and skip in the merry marsh wind, in the merry marsh wind. Again read, like restive horses, they caper and prance. You have to tell me after, as I will do the reading, I am giving you some small pause. So at that time you have to say this one. Though your mic is mute, but you can read aloud. How I am reading now? I am reading aloud. मेरी आवाज तेज है. Same way you have to read aloud. Like restive horses, they caper and prance. Like fairy tale beaches, they wildly dance. Rounded in front, but hollow behind, they shiver and skip in the merry marsh wind. Done? Okay, let's move to the third stanza. One I saw dancing excitedly, one I saw dancing excitedly, struggling so wildly till she was free, struggling so wildly till she was free. Then, leaving pegs and clotheslines behind her, then, leaving pegs and clotheslines behind her, she flew like a bird. She flew like a bird, and no one can find her. And no one can find her. One I saw dancing excitedly, struggling so wildly till she was free, then leaving pegs and clotheslines behind her, she flew like a bird, and no one can find her. Then, reading all four lines, let's move to the next. This is the last stanza. I saw her gleam, I saw her gleam like the sail in the sun, like a sail in the sun, flipping and flapping and flopping for the fun, flipping and flopping,
রেকর্ডিং চালু
flipping and flapping and flopping for the sun fun. Nobody knows where she now can be. Nobody knows where she now can be. Hide in a ditch or drown in the sea. Hide in a ditch or drown in the sea. She was my handkerchief not long ago, but she'll never come back to my pocket, I know. She was my handkerchief not long ago, but she'll never come back to my pocket, I know. Here you can see the poetess name, Charlotte Bronte Cole. Charlotte Bronte Cole. All have done the reading? All these lines? Here is the four line and this last one two line. So total four stanza with the four line and the last one is with the two lines. You should do the reading this way. Understood everyone? Now let's begin the first stanza. Now here is the first stanza. Now what do you mean by this stanza's meaning? Stanza means what? In the lesson we called it paragraph, right? In the lesson we called it a group of sentences as a paragraph. But in the poem, this one is called as a stanza. So I am using the word stanza. It means that a line together in the poem. So hand in hand they dance in a row. Now poetess is saying that when we put the clothes and we just put it in a line, it appears, means we can visualize that they are holding their hands. They are holding their hands and they are dancing. They are dancing in a row. Okay, means they are in a row, they are in a line, but they are holding their hands and they all are dancing. So who are dancing here? All the clothes. Hither and thither and to and fro. Hither and thither means from here to there. We all know when there is a wind flow, the clothes are appear like they are moving from their places, right? They are moving from their places. So hither and thither is the one of the phrases, to and fro. So this is the movement. This is the movement from one particular from one to another place. Flip, flap, flop. So this is the way how it's go. So we get like this sound also, no? When the clothes dry, when their air blow away. So flip, flap, flop, and they go. Fluttering creatures. Now here you can see that poet is comparing with the fluttering creatures. Fluttering means who flutters? Who flutters? Birds. Birds flutters their wings. Now you can see here I have shown you the picture of bird. So now you can see here the birds are fluttering the wings, means they move their wings up and down. So it makes the sound of fluttering. So here the poetess is comparing the clothes with the fluttering creature as white as snow. Now here is another compare, means those creatures how they look as white as snow. So those birds which are in white white color, that is compared with the snow. We all know snow is what? Snow, as white as snow, as white as snow. Snow is in which color? It is in the white. So it is very bright white. No, snow. So these fluttering creatures, these birds are compared with this comparison, that is as white as snow. So those birds which are in the white color, they appears, the clothes are appears like those white birds and they are fluttering. So all the clothes are fluttering on the roof and they are dancing and they are making the sounds like a flip, flap, flop. Understood everyone? So this is the way the fluttering creatures are explained here to compare with the clothes. To compare with the clothes. Understood? Now see the second stanza. Like rescue horses. Now students, you might have seen the horses in a real life. Everyone, once they have got, you might have got the opportunity to see the horses. Now you always see that the horse not a stable, means they cannot be a quiet animal. They always do some movement. So we can say that they are the restless always, and they are so happy that they do the caper and prance. Caper and prance means what? Caper means to leap or to skip or dance. Means how the horses are dance. They gallop. Yes, the movement of the horse we call it gallop. Yes, means they do the leap. They do the small jump on their own place. So with the holding their both the legs up in the air. So the how the horses do the prance and caper, same way our clothes also do on the rope line. The clothes behave like a horses, and they always bounce, they always jump, they always leap, and they always dance. Means they dance so happily, so merrily, so joyful that they like the this all things to do the dance and to blow away with the wind. Like a fairy tale witches, they wildly dance. Fairy tale witches means what? This witch you have seen, no? The black clothes woman having this magical robe. She is sitting on this one, and whenever she is so happy, she start dance. And how she dance? She dance wildly. She dance wildly. Means non-stop she will dance. So the same way our clothes also dance when they are on the clothesline, when they are on the clothesline. So they hold the hands and they do the dance because they are so happy to be together and do the dance. Rounded in front but hollow behind means you might have seen that if you have observed when we put the clothes on the row we put the clothes. What happened? Means they come together near to this one and they try to get the free. They gather at one place and they hollow behind. So this it appears that they shiver and skip in the merry march wind. So it looks like that they are so happy, but they are shivering and they are coming together on the rope line and they want to skip. They want to skip. Now, how they will skip? We all know na. Whenever we put the clothes on the rope, we put the pegs on that. Yes, we put the pegs. See here. So poet is saying that what she is saying that they are shivering. So she also saw one I saw dancing excitedly. She saw the same way. The clothes are dancing excitedly. Huh? They are dancing, but they are struggling. Why they are struggling? The all clothes want to set them free. They want to set them free. They want to set them free from the clothesline, and they just want to fly away. So they are struggling so badly to get free. So who saw this one? Poet saw. What she saw? She saw that all the clothes are struggling. Means they want to get free. Say, when if your something once or time your mother just tell you just sit in one place and you try your best to move from that place. Same way the clothes also try their best to free themselves and to fly. Then leaving the pegs and clothesline behind her, she flew like a bird. No one can find her. So leaving the pegs means what? Can you see this one? We all are using no this one. This is called as peg. What? This is called as peg. So we call also like a clothespin in a local language. Yes. We don't know the particular term, so we use the clothespin, but it is called as the pegs. So we put these pegs so the clothes can be at one place. They cannot be fly away. But the clothes are so mischievous. They want to do the lots of masti. So what they do? They try to themselves free, and they just want to flew along with the wind. So that only the poet also saw that once I saw same way the clothes was dancing so excitedly, so happily she was dancing. Who was dancing? A cloth and struggling. Why? Why that cloth was struggling? The cloth was struggling to set herself free and leaving the pegs. Leaving the pegs means that cloth pin. Leaving the pegs and the clothesline behind her. She flew like a bird. Now, can you see how the birds are flying here? How the birds are flying here. Same way, when the clothes started flying, it looks like a birds are flying in the sky. Same way. And no one can find her. No one can find her. Last stanza. I saw her gleam. Just a minute. Okay. I saw her gleam like a sail in the sun. Now, who sails? Who sails? A boat sails in the water, right? So the poetess is also saying that I saw her gleam, means it's like a appear something, a very bright thing is going in the in the sky. So it appear like a, it's a sail in the in the sun. Means when it started flying, it's a gleam, it's a bright, and it appear like it's sailing in the sky in the presence of sun, flipping and flopping for the fun. Means again, it's making a sound like a fluttering creature, and it's enjoying, and it's so happy that it's getting a so much fun by doing the flipping, flapping, and flopping. Nobody knows where she now can be. Means nobody can find out where this cloth was went away. Hide in the ditch or drawn in the sea. It may be hide in the ditch somewhere, or it's drawn in the sea, or it is drawn in the water bottle. Nobody knows where this cloth is flew away. But this cloth was so mischievous that she left behind all the pegs and set herself free from this clothesline. Can you see? Other clotheslines are here. All the clothes are here, but this cloth is flying away like a bird. So now the poet is saying that this cloth is nothing but she was my handkerchief. Who was that? She was my handkerchief not long ago. Means it was a very new handkerchief, but she'll never come back to my pocket. Means once this handkerchief flew away, it never came back. I know. Means the poetess only know that once this mischievous, this cloth was so happy to flew away that she never came back. So here is the story of the one handkerchief which the poetess is telling us. But she is comparing this handkerchief or cloth with the living things. So in this way we have learned this poem, and we know that in our life so many times we lost our handkerchief, whether on the clothesline or we then ourselves will forget somewhere. Whenever we carry the handkerchief, we forget somewhere. So in our life, no, we get so many handkerchiefs lost. So the same way, the poet is also saying that she lost her handkerchief. Where she lost? Because of she was struggled so hard to get herself free and leave behind all the pegs, and she flew like a bird and it sailed in the sky. Understood here, everyone? Now I want some students to read this poem once. Who will read? Now this time I want some new students. Huh? Those really want to read it. Some new students. Okay, okay. Those are want to read, they can raise their hand. One stanza we will read quickly, okay? Shivam, Shivam. Unmute your mic. Can you hear me, Shivam?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Can you read the first stanza quickly?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, great. You can read from your textbook. Do you have textbook?
Yes, teacher.
Start reading. I have put on
The,
the
clo-
screen also.
the clothesline, hand in hand, they dance in a row, hitter and chitter and to and fro. Flip, flap, flop, and away they go, fluttering creatures as white as snow.
Read the second one also.
Like rusty horses, they caper and prance like fairy tale witches. They wildly dance, rounded in front but hollow behind. They shiver and skip in the merry March wind.
Very good. Read the third one.
Yes, teacher. One I saw dancing excitedly, struggling so wildly till she was free. Then leaving tags and clothesline behind her, flew like a bird, and no one can find her.
Read the last one.
I saw her gleam like a sail in the sun, flipping and flapping and flopping, for nobody knows that she no can be hid in a ditch or drowned in the sea.
Hide in a ditch. Again say hide in a ditch
Hide in a ditch
or drawn in the sea.
or drowned in the sea. She was my handkerchief not long ago, but she will never come back to my pocket, I know.
Poetess name.
Charlotte Druid Cole.
Charlotte.
Charlotte,
Charlotte. Charlotte.
Charlotte,
हाँ. Root call.
Charlotte, Charlotte Druid
Root
Cole.
call.
Call.
Excellent, Shivam. You read so well that I have not stopped you and I told you to read the entire poem. Very good. Shivam, you can mute your mic. Now,
Yes,
student, like the Shivam has done the reading, you should also do the same way reading. Okay? I'll give the chance to more students, but there are the running time and I want to discuss some slides with you. So now, student, you can see on page number 23 below your this poem, there are total 5 word meanings. Now you can see the first word, restive. Restive means restless or figuratively unable to remain still. Caper means leap, skip or dance about in a lively, playful manner. Prance means walk or move with high, springy steps. Badly. Here it means very hard. Violently. Packs. Packs means pins used to secure something in place. As for example, clothes on a clothesline. Now, student, you can see the question answers on page number 24. First one, read the poem aloud. As I told you in the beginning only, you have to do the reading aloud. And like the Shivam has read this poem, same way you have to do the reading of this poem. And you have to make a small video of 1 minute and you have to send it. Reading of this poem. Recite any stanza of your choice from memory. Now what you have to do? You have to by heart, not any stanza. You have to by heart all 4 5 stanzas. Okay. Now there are the question answers. Answer the following questions with reference to the poem. What do you have to do? You have to just read this poem and try to find out the answers. I'll give you the hint. What is described in the poem? In the poem, you will get these question answers, students, tomorrow. Tomorrow is a holiday or maybe not. We will give you the tomorrow in the group message, but question answers you will definitely get tomorrow and you have to write down in the note. Today's homework is what? You have to make a small video of this reading poem and you have to write this poem one time in your English notebook along with word meaning. Okay, word meaning also given on page number 23. That also you have to write it. So I'll discuss here first one, that what is described in the poem. So the in the poem, the poetess has described about the struggle of the clothes. What are the clothes compared to? The clothes are compared with the fluttering creatures. like birds and the prance, capper and prance, right? With the restive horses. What do restive horses do? The restive horses do the caper and prance. Fairy tale witches do? They dance badly. Yes. What the fluttering creatures do? Fluttering creatures try to make herself free from the clothesline. And